What radio? The music you want.
With your host, Keys Dan.
Just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
RadioWhat.com. What's up, party people? It's Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live in a living color from the Radio What Studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Famous. It's an extension of the internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do you go? DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote. And maybe you can have me at your event. You know, I've been doing a lot of weddings and a lot of karaoke shows. And, I like the corporate events. I just got booked for a couple of those coming up. Kind of excited about that as well. So, let me entertain you. Let me play for you. Speaking of entertainers, today on the program, so excited, Joshua Stewart. I've known this man probably for 10 years, but I don't know a lot about him. I know he's a solo guitarist for the most part. He's been the front man for quite a few bands locally in the Arkansas area, but I don't know much more. So I invited him to come out and join me over at the Faulkner County Library. So we'll be talking to Joshua Stewart in the next little bit. Coming up this week's shows. Tonight, Thursday, I'll be at the Old Post Barbecue in Russellville, Arkansas for the video dance party karaoke jam from 6 to 9. Yes, it's family friendly, but they do offer, in addition to their great barbecue, some frosty beverages. So if the adults would care to imbibe, they got some. Oh yeah, they got it right there at the Old Post Barbecue in Russellville, Arkansas. Join me Thursday night at 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. And then tomorrow night, Friday, back by popular demand, like I never left. I'm at the Rab in Conway, Arkansas. Video dance party, karaoke jam. They have the bar, the full bar. They got the kitchen that's open. They got pool tables. Oh yeah, they got pool tables. They've added a few more pool tables because they have tournaments on Friday nights. And from what I understand, there was so many people in the tournaments that they had to keep, had to have people waiting for the tournament. So this should help to alleviate that quite a bit. And, they were thinking maybe there's no room for the karaoke, but the people said, you know what, we like the karaoke too. So thankfully, I'll be back at the Rab on Friday nights as usual. And having some fun times, playing some music for you. And you are the stars of the show. Yes, karaoke. You get to be the star of the show. So if you're not an entertainer like Joshua Stewart on the program today, that you can play your own guitar and accompany yourself, then you can have a little taste of what it's like to be on stage in front of people and entertaining a crowd over at the Rab on Friday night. And, of course, Thursday night at the Old Post. And then on Saturday, I don't have anything myself, but I think I'm going to go see my boys at Sideswipe over at Taylor's Made in Mayflower, Arkansas. Sideswipe, they've been on the podcast in previous episode, and a couple of them, I think. They had a little tidbit in one of the earlier episodes. And yes, I'm excited. I'm going to go see Sideswipe down at Taylor's Made. I think that starts at 7 p.m. and it goes till about 10. So come see those boys. I have nothing to do with it, really. I'm a fan. That's it. I'm a fan of local music. And speaking of local music, Joshua Stewart. I don't even have to call him on the phone. Let's transport ourselves over to the Faulkner County Library. Heading to the Faulkner County Library to see Joshua Stewart now. It's so good. Sit.
Yes, sir.
Let's chit chat. Hanging out in the library. put this somewhere next to your talking hole.
All right.
Clip it on your shirt here. Try not to pinch any of the hair on your chest. Not that I know if you have any hair in your chest.
You're good, brother. So how's everything going?
Josh Stewart.
Yes, sir.
I know that I've known you for
10
many
years.
years, man, but I know almost nothing about you.
I know.
I know that you're a musician around town in Conway, Arkansas. And that's it. That's pretty much it, man. So I invited you to the What Makes You Famous podcast so you can tell people more about Joshua Stewart.
Okay. That sounds great.
Give them a short bio. What's up with the life of Joshua Stewart?
Man, it's been crazy lately. a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. I'm from Batesville, Arkansas.
Batesville.
Good old Batesville. And I just, like, they used to have a really, really good music scene there called The Depot.
Yes.
If you know the band called Kings Down and Gazer and a lot of other bands, they got their start from Batesville. And a lot of other artists that live in Little Rock actually started in Batesville. A lot of people from New Life started in Batesville.
What's New Life?
New Life Church.
The church started in Batesville, because that's what I was thinking when you said New Life. I went, the church?
Seth Flood is originally from Batesville, Arkansas. Ben Watson is from Batesville, Arkansas, which is a children's pastor there. Seth is one of the most incredible musicians I know. He's one of the guys who writes with New Life Church now, which is, it just blows my mind how cool these people are doing crazy things, you know. But me personally, I saw the music scene was going downhill. I moved to Little Rock, and the music scene was booming, but it was, I wasn't really in a band at that time. So I went to Birmingham, went to ministry college, saw the ugly side of ministry, got out of ministry.
Ministry college. You wanted to be a preacher of some kind.
I wanted to be a worship pastor for a long time.
What's the difference?
Worship pastor is basically just a person who leads the worship, the music, basically.
And this is New Life Church type stuff?
Well, yeah. It's any church now.
Yes.
It's become a huge thing, but then I saw the ugly side of ministry, and I kind of got out of it.
Man, what's ugly about it?
What's ugly about it? The money, just a lot of stuff behind doors that happens at churches. And I'm not saying all churches do that, but so I came back here. Long story short.
No, make it longer. We got time.
Make it longer. Came back to Conway for a second time. I've been here going on 2.5 years now.
2.5?
2.5 years.
So from where immediately 2.5 years ago you were where? In Alabama?
I was in Ward, Arkansas, which is not a...
It sounds like it's this big, and I'm making the little tiny finger with my thumb and my forefinger.
That's how big it is. It's exactly how big it is. Right outside of Cabot.
How did you end up in Ward, Arkansas?
I got married.
Okay, mazel tov.
And then I got divorced.
Womp, womp, womp.
No, beauty.
Okay, all right.
So I came here, and I was in a band called My Brother, My Friend for a long time, and that was whenever I was married. And here recently, we kind of got back together, but it's not My Brother, My Friend, it's Josh and the Fallout now. Okay. It was Josh Stewart and Company. We travel all around Arkansas, and soon to be, there's crazy places that we've been asked to play. What's crazy? We're going to be playing in Florida.
Okay. That's pretty crazy. I'm from Florida, Miami.
Oh, really?
Born and raised.
Wow. Okay.
Miami, Florida, Keys, Dan. That's where that came from.
Okay.
Now you know.
That makes sense.
See, you learned something about me. I'm learning about you, too.
So, we got asked to play there, me acoustically on one night, the 21st of November, St. George Island. I don't know anything about it.
It's an island in Florida?
Harry's something. That's
in Florida?
In Florida.
Never heard of St. George, but hey, it's an island in Florida.
Exactly.
That sounds like a great place to be.
Yeah.
Keep the margaritas a-flowing. You know?
Right. And we're getting our place stayed for. We're getting paid every night.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's kind of like a mini vacation that I'm getting paid for. So I'm super excited about that. But I used to work at AT&T.
Okay.
I used to be a sales guy, whatever you call it.
Oh yeah.
And I love my job.
What city were you doing that?
I was in Cabot.
In Cabot doing AT&T.
And then I moved from Cabot to Conway doing.
Now, that type of sales job, I almost got that job when I was, I guess, maybe 5-6 years ago. I applied for AT&T, and I almost got it because I speak Spanish from Miami.
Yeah.
And they liked that part, but there was another Spanish guy that had a little more qualification. And then I got offered a different job, so I took that.
Yeah.
But AT&T, you make your own money there? Is that a sales job? It's a commission job?
Yeah, it was commission-based, but you also got base pay, which was really, really nice. I'll never forget my first Christmas there, which was when I was married, so I didn't get any of the money whatsoever.
Okay, well, that's what you do.
But
make the girl happy. Right.
And I did everything I could for that, for that matter. But on from AT&T, a person actually came in and said that I was trying to tell them to go to Sprint, and I lost my job because of it.
Oh my!
I don't know who that person is, but if you're listening, I hate you. I'm just kidding. No, it's fine. It was a bittersweet moment.
Yeah.
Because first off, I would never tell anybody to go to Sprint.
Sure.
I would tell them to go to Verizon. Verizon and AT&T, that's the only one.
Right.
But for them to say Sprint, that immediately...
Right.
I was like, are you joking me? And they believed it, so they let me go. But the word of advice of that was I was asking off almost every Friday around 5 or 6 o'clock. I had to be out there because I had a show.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll never forget that exact day of me being let loose. That same exact guy said, look, I don't want to lose you.
Right.
You're a great worker, but unfortunately, this is a big thing, and we had to let you go. But I want to let you know that I believe in you musically.
Yes.
And you should totally go for that, because I think you're good enough. You're already asking off to do shows,
right?
So why not go full time with it? And I prayed about it, and I was like, God, if you really want me to do this, that would be awesome. Obviously,
yes.
I just took the step of faith. I didn't look for a job. I did everything my mom and my dad hated for a good 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Down the road, and I'm like, man, I'm getting 2 shows, right now, but that ain't going to be enough, obviously.
Yeah, the entertainment business, the money can be good, but the work's not steady.
Right.
And it's good to have a job like AT&T where you have some insurance benefits. Yes. That would be good. Yes. Even if you work at, and I'm not, man, I guess I am belittling, a fast food joint of some kind. I won't name any names, but at least they have insurance. And that's one thing that the entertainers in the entertainment business that are not in SAG or have any kind of a union to them, that people got to realize, you're making, $5,000 that night. And that might be the only $5,000 you get for 2 months.
Yeah.
And you don't have any insurance.
Yeah.
So if you get a toothache, guess what? You're paying out of your pocket. Yeah. So, yes, it's good to have. Some people say, oh, why do you have a day job? You're a great musician. And you are, Joshua Stewart. I know that for a fact. I've seen it. I've heard it. But, it's good to have that. I mean, how do you keep insurance benefits? So, I guess I'm going all over the place. I want to start back. Batesville, tiny town. How was it growing up there?
Growing up there, I was very sheltered. If that makes it easy.
Yeah, how so?
Well, my mom and dad were very, very Christian.
Okay.
Which isn't a bad thing.
No.
They grew me to respect people, and I've never had a problem with respect. I've never had a person say you're very disrespectful to me, and I hold that with pride, because I would rather be spit in the face than be told you're a disrespectful jerk, kind of thing. But Man, I grew up. I was made fun of. I was called every name in the book.
Why? You're a good-looking dude. You're a nice guy.
Maybe, I don't know. Back in the day, whenever you're a kid and all you do is music, and all you think about is music and God, music and God, music and God, music and God. That was it. There was no other thing on my plate. I wasn't really worried about girls when I was in high school, so I got called gay.
Okay.
And so I wasn't really dating anybody until I was 14, 15, and I wasn't really into that even, really.
Right. Kids are cruel, man.
Yeah, kids were very cruel. It got really bad. I actually tried committing suicide. A lot of people don't know about this part of me.
That's why we're here, man. Learn about you.
Yeah, I tried committing suicide because I was just over it.
When was this?
That was probably around 2002.
And that's high school?
Yeah, it was high school.
Yeah.
It was high school, and I just had enough. And what would happen would be I would be getting made fun of in school, but I'd come home and I would take it out on my sister. Wow. And I mean, like, I was very hateful to my sister, and she was very hateful to me too, because it was a brother and sister thing.
Well, yeah, kids in school, kids at that age have some angst in them. For some reason, they'll think, hey, everything's not going their way. And you'll take it out on people, and unfortunately, the people you know are the ones that are closest to you. Your sister, I had a brother too. We fought like cats and dogs, man. But we always loved each other, And, so, how far did it go? How close did you get to suicide? I mean, what were you doing?
Well, I took a gun.
Oh, okay.
Took a gun. I tried shooting myself, and nothing happened. I made sure there was a bullet. I made sure everything was in place. I was like, this is it. This is over. I'm tired of life. I just didn't care. And then I looked into I don't know what you would really call it.
I guess the chamber, the barrel?
The barrel, the chamber. Mm-hmm. And the bullet was twisted. So it was no doubt in my mind that was a miracle. 1,000% miracle. And I believed in God. Yeah. But I didn't really believe in God.
I think that'll solidify your divine intervention, your God quotient there.
Exactly.
And believe in God or not, and this is for the listeners, the Bible, it seems to me it's a good book of instructions. Yeah. Getting to people. I think originally, even if you don't believe in the Bible, originally it was written as a book of instructions.
Right.
Be it from God or be it from man. It's a good path to live.
Yeah.
And it seems like you're doing it, man. Joshua Stewart. Yeah. And so you shot the gun and nothing.
Nothing.
Not even a bang?
No. Well, I mean, it was a bang. But that was it.
Stuck in the barrel.
I was like, am I dead? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like that was my thought. And I remember, like, yesterday I was looking in the barrel. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? This thing is twisted. And I was like, I was mad. I was so ticked off because, like, I wanted out of this life, and I just tried taking my life and I couldn't.
Yeah. So whose gun was this?
It was my own.
Your gun, okay.
My own. It was a little handgun that my dad bought for me.
Yeah. Did you guys go out shooting and do stuff? Or?
We went hunting a lot.
Batesville, Arkansas.
Yeah. We went shooting a little bit and that kind of stuff. And, I'm like, whenever a kid gets so desperate for friends, I'm like,
right.
I got made fun of because of my lisp.
Sure.
And I got made fun of because I wasn't really dating anybody.
Well, your lisp, I think it's adorable.
Oh, I appreciate it. I've worked on it my whole life to get rid of it. But hey, it is who I am, basically. Yeah. But then,
so hunting with that, you knew how to use a gun.
Yeah.
It did not work at this moment, this critical moment.
Yeah. That you wanted it to all end.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't believe in God, what? I don't know. What was that? I don't know.
That was the epitome of me saying, okay, well, I guess you're real, obviously. 'Cause you let
solidified your faith.
It really did. From that day, actually, right after I tried pulling the trigger, I was really, really just ticked off, mad, and just one person that I actually kind of had a tiny crush on.
Sure.
She called me.
Yeah.
And she asked me to go to church.
Okay.
So long story short, about the church I was going to, I was showing the youth group a song called "Jesus Freak" by DC Talk.
Okay. I'll have to look it up.
It's just it was a rock song.
Rock.
And
okay.
Like growing up Southern Baptist, they were completely against distortion. It was against electric guitars. If it wasn't acoustic, it was the devil kind of stuff. So I got told while they were listening to Nirvana and they was listening to, every 90s type of R&B and stuff like that, I'm the one who gets shunned by the pastor and gets told, "Hey, don't show the kids that. That's the devil's music." I'm like, "Not really. It's not Nirvana. Nothing like at all anything that they're talking that they're listening to." So I left the church, and that was whenever I kind of was done. I was like, "Why can't I have my church family? My church family won't even, love me.
They don't like your path. They don't like what you're trying.
Yeah, they're basically just judging me for whatever I like, and I just had enough of it." But right after that, literally right after I shot the gun, I was ticked off. Like I said, this girl called and she told me, "Hey, you should come to First Assembly in Batesville."
Where is it?
First Assembly of
First
God
Assembly of God.
in Batesville.
Okay. In Batesville. Because really, when that happened, when you took that gun down and saw, your life had started again, really.
Right.
This is like a whole new life, man.
It was a brand new start.
Yeah, so you're at First Assembly in Batesville with this girl. Could be possible girlfriend. Go ahead.
We didn't ever date or anything like that, but so for the altar call, they were talking about how it's not so bad to be a Jesus freak.
Okay.
And their altar call was, if anybody wants to come and be a weirdo for Jesus or whatever, and just come up to the front. And they start doing an acoustic version of Jesus Freak. And I was just blown away by me getting kicked out, basically, or getting shunned or getting judged for listening to this song. And I go to a church right down the road, not even 10 minutes away, and they're having altar calls with this song.
Yes.
And they're having altar calls with way different. I mean, I'm used to Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound,
sure.
And Are You Washed in the Blood? That kind of music was instilled in my mind that was the only good music. That was Christian music, basically. But I'll never forget. I actually got saved then, really, really saved that day. Still to this day, I talk to the pastor. Still to this day, I'm still best friends with the pastor's son, and they live here in Conway.
Whoa.
It's a crazy, crazy story.
So 2002, this is when you...
2002.
I guess you got baptized into this church? Or
yeah.
Is that what being saved means?
Being baptized to me was basically a profession of me being a believer, and I just wanted to show everybody that, hey, I'm part of the family now.
Okay, but that's what being saved means? Hey, I have this feeling that I've been saved?
Yeah, baptism for me is just an out...
the public
view to them, not for a show off or anything like that. It's just basically whenever you get baptized, it means that you're I don't remember exactly how they actually worded it back in the day,
right?
But whenever you go under, you're basically in the tomb, and then you come out of the tomb basically as a new person kind of thing.
Well, I think the baptism seems like it shows other people that you've done it.
Yes.
And maybe look into this, especially the kids, the young kids. It gives them What did he do that? Well, let me look into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had been baptized in the Baptist church.
Sure.
But I think it was the reason was because I just liked the water. That was the main thing, But right whenever I got saved, I was like, God, if you'll just give me like a friend, like a real friend, I'll give everything I've got.
Wow.
To you. And I met like 20 friends that night.
Yeah.
And I still am friends with probably half of them at least.
And this is at that First Assembly Church.
First Assembly.
And you had some good fellowship there.
Very good fellowship.
See, and that,
yeah.
That's one thing that I enjoyed when I was going to church regularly was the fellowship, man.
Yeah.
You had some people that were just trying to be the best they can be.
Yeah.
Not perfect. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But trying to be the best you can be, helping other people out along the way. And Joshua, yeah, okay, you had that good base. Yeah, mom and dad, Christians. Sister, you fought with her a little bit, but still love?
Yeah, absolute love.
All right.
Well, the Pastor Terry, he's here at Rock Solid.
So from Batesville to Conway.
Yeah.
How about that?
And I that wasn't even on purpose. It wasn't even purposely done. But whenever I came here, I was like, wow, okay, this is really cool.
So when did you move from Batesville to Conway? This 2002 is when you went to First Assembly with this nice girl that possibly changed your life. Helped you change your life a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you came to Conway. What year was that?
There was the first time it was 2010.
Okay. So 8 years you stayed in First Assembly.
Yeah.
Did some learning there. Were you playing guitar at that time then?
I was learning the guitar.
Learning, okay.
Yeah, I was learning around that time.
Had you played any other instruments in school?
I tried saxophone. But my mom found out that I would be going to study hall. I'm not a person that likes to learn like sheet music and that kind of stuff. I'm an ear person.
Right.
So, and it's taken me a long time, like last year, for me to say, you know what? There's tools for me to learn.
You'd be surprised at how many musicians that I've talked to in this town, just like this, just like you and me are talking, Joshua Stewart, and they don't read sheet music, or they did not like learning the theory of music
at all.
They just wanted to get in, go play, get on stage, create.
Yeah.
And it sounds like that's what you wanted.
Yeah.
So saxophone, not for you.
Well, I mean, like, I wish to God I could find the saxophone. I don't know where it went. I don't know where it is to this day, but I really wish I could find it and see if I could play it. Because I had a dream that I could pick up any instrument and play it, and so far I've been able to pick up any instrument and play it. Yeah. So I'm like, I really, really wish I had a saxophone. You just. You miss a lot of things that you used to have. You take for granted the talk box, the littlest thing, like the talk box from Home Alone.
Sure.
I love that thing.
Sure.
I wish I had a talk box to this day.
Okay, a talk box.
Talk box was the recorder that I used to record the bad guys and that kind of stuff. I used to use that every day.
Oh, so you had a little handheld recorder similar to the one that we're using right now.
You
for
got
this
a
podcast.
Zoom, right?
This is a Zoom. H4n Pro.
Yeah.
Man, he knows his stuff.
I just got the H6.
Yeah.
I haven't messed with it yet.
I want to know what you think of it, because the H4n Pro, love it.
Yeah.
I can plug in a couple of microphones on the bottom. Usually when I'm doing phone interviews, I'll plug my an XLR mic, my Shure, and then I'll plug the phone into the other one. And it's crystal clear, man.
Yeah.
It's crystal clear.
You got two, right?
There's two on the bottom there.
Okay, gotcha.
And then what I have is just the lavaliers plugged into the back.
Yeah.
And it'll give me two channels. So if I want to, say one level is lower than the other, and I'll mix them properly. But that's a little commercial for the Zoom H4n Pro.
Yeah. The new one has like two right here, and you can overdub.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. What's an overdub?
Overdub is when you record,
yes,
and you can put a headphones in, and you can record over that without messing with that recording.
I like that.
So yeah, it's definitely cool. I thought about bringing it because I thought you might be using a Zoom. I didn't think about it.
Well, if you heard some of the other podcasts, I do mention sometimes that I'm on my Zoom H4n Pro because I dig it, man.
Insane.
If you want to start a podcast, I'm talking to you, the person in my ear. Grab yourself one of these handhelds, get out to the middle of a park. You can go wherever you want and do this, man. So, Joshua Stewart, moving from Batesville to Arkansas, you solidified your faith in God in Batesville for sure. You get to, you went to Little Rock or you went to Conway first?
I went to Conway. Went to ministry.
Why?
For the music scene. I heard the music scene was booming around that time, which it was.
In Conway, 2010.
In Conway, 2010.
By that time, I'd been here 2 years from South Florida.
Yeah.
So
the music scene was just, it wasn't Batesville. It wasn't Batesville like it used to be. Yeah. Batesville, like I said, it used to be every Friday, every Saturday, there was something going on at the depot. I remember seeing The Wedding there. I'm pretty sure.
What's The Wedding?
The Wedding is a band from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
I was seeing Living Sacrifice there. I've seen so many of my old school bands that I loved.
Primarily Christian bands, then?
Primarily Christian rock, that kind of genre.
Okay. With distortion or without?
With distortion. Oh. And a lot of screaming, too. So, I mean, but long story, I came here, I didn't really have a band at that time.
Yeah. Who did you know in Conway?
Not really many people. I knew Nathan Woolley, and I got plugged in at Chi Alpha. And I was actually
fraternity, I guess.
It's a Christian based thing. It was more like a group every Tuesday or every Wednesday.
Did you come here for school in Conway, Arkansas?
No, I was just dating a girl that was doing it, and she invited me up here, and I enjoyed it, and I started getting really involved. Chris Allen was the worship leader.
Yeah.
And I got to be underneath his leadership for about 2 years, which was super cool to just see that happening for him being American Idol and all that kind of stuff.
So this is after he's American Idol already?
It was before.
Just before.
Like probably 2 or 3 years before he went on American Idol.
I don't remember when he did that. It was up to 13 then, I guess.
Yeah,
was it?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was a worship leader here in Conway, Arkansas?
He was a worship leader at New Life.
Very good.
For a while, yeah.
You mentioned New Life was in Batesville that came out of there. And for those of you who don't know, New Life is real big here in Conway, Arkansas, and in Arkansas, as far as I know. And people are always inviting me to go, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll check it out. It sounds like it's a place to worship, but with a band, with good music.
Yeah.
Get you pumped up.
Yeah. New Life Church is pretty good church.
And is that what the hat? You're wearing a hat from?
Oh, no. This is a 30 Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars.
It's way different from what I grew up. I used to listen to nothing but Christian music, and then probably around 2012.
Yeah.
I guess I made the transition to listen to secular music now.
Sure.
Now, obviously, when I was in high school, I was like sneaking Linkin Park and sneaking, Limp Bizkit and all these other really great bands. But
if that's the worst thing you did to rebel, come on.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. I wasn't really a rebellious guy.
Yeah.
I really wasn't a rebellious kid at all.
Yeah.
Came here music-wise, went to ministry in Birmingham.
Ministry in Birmingham. Okay.
Ministry.
And what year was that?
That was around 2011 or 2012.
Okay, so you say you left the girl in Conway because you were here for a girl, and I guess that
she was going to ministry school, and I kind of followed her.
Oh,
followed her in the footsteps of that, yeah.
And you went to Alabama?
Birmingham,
Alabama together?
Yeah.
Okay, and then ministry school. Tell me about it.
Yeah. Oh man, it was terrible. I got told it was a worship, like they had a worship, deal, and I was like, cool. I'd love to be in a worship team kind of thing.
Sure.
I get there and I have to build a worship team.
Okay.
And that's way different from whatever I got told.
Still a shy guy? What stopped you from building a
I was able to do it. Nothing stopped me from doing it. It's just like I just got told that there was a really great worship music program, and there wasn't a worship program at all. I kind of got suckered into going to mission school for that.
Come on over to Birmingham, Alabama, and you're in charge of it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly how I felt.
Okay.
It wasn't the best time in my life. It was a very different time. I felt like I was kind of part of an occult in a way.
Okay.
Because we had 12 people, like the 12 disciples of Jesus.
Sure.
It was very, I don't know. I don't really know how to really explain
Well,
it.
if you likened yourself to the 12 disciples, did you give yourselves names like the 12 disciples? Were you the Peter in the band?
No,
Who was the Judas?
No, we did have fraternity shirts, and that was kind of the whole. My name was McFadden because I used to call McSpadden. McSpadden was. Who was it? Darren McFadden, whoever played for the basketball. Arkansas. I don't know anything about sports.
I worked at a sports radio station in Little Rock. I worked with some of the Razorbacks. I don't know sports.
Yeah, I don't either. But I said the wrong name, and that was kind of like my name. For
I was Danny DeVito in my fraternity because somebody said, "Oh, there's a new guy. What's your name?" Danny. And then, what's your last name? And somebody in the back said, DeVito!
That's awesome.
So he christened me, Danny DeVito.
There you go. Hey. But yeah, that was a really, really unique time. Like, we was getting told to go on the street and, like, preach.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Which I have no problem with, per se. But I don't think that's a good way preaching at all.
It could get you hurt, I guess. Yeah. And it's off-putting to go knocking on doors. Truth be told, I was Jehovah's Witness for a couple of years, and yes, chasing a girl. Hello.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Okay, but and then they want you to knock on doors. They go, I don't think I'm going to knock on doors.
Yeah.
The one good thing I got from that was reading the Bible. And it wasn't just the Jehovah's Witness Bible, because people say that it's changed around a little bit. But I read the King James and the NLV, and I've read the Bible in its completion, 5 different versions, 5 times, and then I've read it here and there.
Yeah.
And so I know the book, and that was one thing that was really pressed into you as a witness. So whatever religion you're in, whatever beliefs you want, just try to be a good person.
Yeah.
That was my time back then.
Yeah.
And chasing a girl.
Yeah.
Joshua Stewart chased a girl to Birmingham, Alabama.
Yep.
And had not such a good time.
Not such a good time at all. I was 21.
Okay.
Around 21. I might have been 22.
Yeah.
Because I know I was the only one that was allowed to drive, and that was a mistake. Because I had to drive everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like,
what kind of car did you have?
We had a van.
Oh, big van, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely Joshua Stewart. Come on. Let's go get Joshy, Mr. McFadden or McSpadden.
All the guys were slaves.
Okay.
All the girls were like royalty, basically, in every way, shape, form.
Wait, by design, or was it
in their eyes?
In
their eyes, the women shouldn't touch any of their bags. They shouldn't have unloaded any of their stuff.
Okay.
The guys had to do all of that for the girls, but the guys never got any help at all.
Okay.
It was very cultish to me personally.
Okay.
And I left the ministry not liking women very much, because they were just so higher above
This is the experience you got while you were at school.
And the feminist thing, I experienced that. I think it's bullcrap, personally. But that's just me.
I'm an old-fashioned guy. I keep the wife at home, you know, and I work twice as hard just so she can stay home.
Now, I don't have a problem, per se, of...
And she loves it.
That kind of stuff is good. I mean, like, I truly believe that the guy should be out there working his butt off, you know, and the woman should be able to do a little bit less than that.
Yeah.
But...
I ask her every couple of weeks, I say, are you satisfied? Do you want to go off and get a job outside? No, I have the best job in the world. Yeah. Raising the kid, homeschool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, okay, there you go. Next, keep going.
Exactly.
Live our happy life.
But yeah, that's the long story of Birmingham in a I don't really want to go into very much Birmingham because it's just not the greatest time of my life.
No, it sounds like it's bringing up dark feelings.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like it's just, I had a lot of friends. I had a lot of manipulation toward me. Now the pastor, it was a mega church.
Mega church. That sounds huge.
It was a huge church.
Okay. Sounds like a landmark. Hey, go by the mega church and turn left.
We had a thing called the basement there, and that was one thing that I really liked there. It was called the basement. Okay. And to show how hard this school was, we had to be there at 4 o'clock in the morning to pray.
Yes.
We had to pray until 7 o'clock, which is dumb.
Praying on your own?
Praying in the sanctuary, which is a huge mega church sanctuary. And this is where we didn't have a pastor. He had left, some money embezzling kind of thing going on. So,
the church is okay. It's the people sometimes,
right?
Man.
Exactly. 100% agree with that. But yeah, we would get done around 7 o'clock, and then we'd have our class, and then we'd have to go help with the janitor.
Okay.
The guys would.
Sure.
But the girls wouldn't have to.
What were the girls doing?
The girls would be going and checking on and make sure that we made our beds.
My neck just cracked on that one.
It's almost like a cultish thing where the women were above the men.
Yeah.
And it's a really weird belief, I think personally. I don't know. I don't know. I don't make my bed anymore because of that being so instilled in me. Like if the women didn't make their bed, their discipline was basically to like go clean a window, compared to if the guys didn't clean their bed or their room,
right,
they had to spend a whole day with the janitor outside.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't say 30 lashings by the flagpole.
No, we never got touched.
Okay,
never got touched. Never got hit or anything like that. But that all changed when the new pastor came in, and I don't know if you're allowed to have language on here or anything like that.
I wouldn't. I mean, I try to curb mine.
Okay, cool. Well, the guy came in and. He says like, well, this is a bunch of crap.
I got it.
Different word for it.
Got it.
Yeah. Because we was not allowed to not wear suits during certain days. Got to on interns. Got to.
Yeah, that sounds like Job's, wouldn't it?
It was weird. It was so weird.
I had to buy a bunch of suits. I still got a couple suits. That's pretty good.
Me too. And that was one of the things, and after my whole day of college, I had a job. I had to do a job on top of that, and I was at the college probably till, well, not really at college. It was the church.
Sure.
I was at the church probably till 12 o'clock every night, and I had to get up at 4 o'clock every morning.
So they called this a college, but it was a mega church that people lived at.
Not really lived at.
Where were you staying?
We had our apartments.
Okay. Something you had to pay for off? campus?
No,
Or it's part of the campus?
It was part. It was part of the campus. It was the school was actually built in. It was weird. School right here on this side.
Sure.
Big church. The church probably fit around 50,000 people.
Oh,
It was a huge,
that's
humongous
mega
church.
Yeah. Okay.
Mega huge.
And is it one of these ones that you see on TV where they'll have television cameras as well?
It was.
Oh.
It was before the new pastor came in.
Gotcha.
The new pastor said that we're not working with like this anymore.
Yeah, we're cutting that
this,
TV.
This right here is not how the church is supposed to be.
Okay.
At all. So he, the pastor of all people, told us, "All right, I got good news for you guys.
All right.
No
Spread the good
more,
news.
no more 4 a.m. prayer services.
That's great.
You can come in. We're gonna have meetings. Mm-hmm. You're gonna be in a chair, a nice chair.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have to be there till 9 o'clock. Then college will go till 3, maybe 4 tops.
Okay.
And then you will not be disciplined by going and working for a janitor. You will be disciplined by helping me out with certain things inside, because you guys have been basically trained like a slave, and I don't like that."
Right.
So around that time, I was done with it. And I was like,
so you went to, you say you went to school, there was college.
Mm-hmm.
Was it all kinds of studies, math, reading, writing, arithmetic?
nothing like that.
What?
It was all just spiritual. That was all it was. Just Christian stuff. No math. No. We had to write essays, but that was about it. We had to write a lot. We had to write a whole lot.
All right. Well, maybe that helped a little bit. What did you get out of it? What good thing came out of the ministry school?
Not much.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, but like, I guess I learned how to love people more, and
And the girl that you followed there?
no.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Moving on.
Yeah. So after that, came here, got married. That's just nothing there at all anymore.
Not even a good
came
meeting.
here.
Not even a good meeting. Not even. Hey,
nothing.
We fell in love.
No.
And it didn't work out.
No. Not even that. Even.
We gloss over that.
Yeah. So after that, I kind of lowered my standards girl-wise.
Okay.
And my life has been so crazy, to be honest. So
my mom used to sing the Jimmy Cliff song, "If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, find an ugly girl and make her your wife."
hey, not going to disagree with that.
Thankfully, I did not do that. So
Came here, I met a girl, didn't know that she was a heroin addict.
Oh.
This is a totally different kind of story.
No, that's a different girl. That's not the one you
It's totally
married.
different girl. Yeah, totally different.
Okay, so Ward, you were there for a couple years, maybe
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
And then, well, I mean, like, I could go into what New Life Church didn't do for me, but
No,
we won't talk about
yeah, that's the thing, man. A lot of people think, pray for me, the church will help me.
Yeah.
That's not what they're there for, man.
Yeah.
That's not what it's there for. And they're not really made to do that.
Yeah.
I know I do a lot of work with some of the charities around here. There's a Coho, the City of Hope Outreach, and they work at the Rock Church too, and they work with the other. Now those guys are dedicating their life to helping people that are down on their luck and need. So you were down on your luck, I guess?
I was homeless. Like I didn't have a home to go to, and I was heavily involved in New Life in Cabot, and no one really reached out to me at all.
I hurt my neck again.
But that's okay. That's okay.
Made it through.
Moving on, kind of thing. And that was whenever I came here, had my job. I would sleep at Cadron sometimes. I would sleep at the park sometimes. I would sleep on a couch very few times. Yeah. Didn't want to reach out to anybody because I'm not a person who likes to get help from anybody. And I've learned that that's a terrible thing to do. And over the past year, I've learned.
So this is 2013, 14? Mm-hmm. Like, that's when you're homeless?
Yeah.
How long were you homeless?
About 2 months.
That's a long time to be homeless, man.
It was.
Struggling.
It was a very big struggle.
Did you at least have your guitar to make a couple bucks?
I did.
Strapped to your back, walking the streets?
I did walk the street a lot. I did a lot of busking.
Yes.
A whole lot of busking.
Busking is the playing money and then having a hat out in front of you?
Yeah. So I did that in Little Rock for a little bit.
How did it go? I mean, did at least, I guess it fed you?
It held me down, and I had the AT&T too. So I had the job still.
Oh, AT&T you were still working there and you were homeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a rough time, but my mom and my dad. I stayed with them for a little bit, and I was like,
where do they live? In
Batesville.
In Batesville,
yeah.
Okay.
They told me straight, it was like you can stay here.
Yes.
As long as you need to.
How were you getting back and forth? You had a car?
My car.
You had a car. Okay, good. All right. Good.
But I just didn't like Batesville.
Yes.
Too many terrible things attached to that, and all of my friends were gone.
Yes.
So I didn't really. I love my family. Still love my family. Still very, very close to my family. But yeah, I came. That was a very tough time, and that was whenever I started not caring very much. I made a very much worse decision. That's whenever my friend became a band.
Yes.
But the people that I was around was kind of all druggies. Not really druggies per se. They weren't like meth or that kind of drugs. They were like hallucinogen drugs and that kind of stuff. This girl, I never had done a drug in my life. Another girl.
There's girls make you do things,
girls
man.
do it.
Yeah, and we'll do a lot of things for girls, man. That's what we're made to do, man. We try to help them out, and we like them. We look at them. Wow, they're so pretty, and they smell so nice, and I want to do some nice things for that person.
Yeah,
and that's girls. You got the power. You think you don't have the power?
Oh yeah,
you got the power, girls.
They do. She was an alcoholic, and she sometimes done some crazy drugs, and I done Molly with her one night, and I done shrooms with her one night.
Yeah, that's what I was leading with the. I was heading in my head when you said hallucinogenics, maybe mushrooms, mescaline, LSD, even maybe. But
no, them were the only
not
two.
The big
them
one,
were the only two drugs that I ever took, and I was like, that was stupid. I mean, like, I didn't need Molly to feel good.
How does Molly make you feel? I have to live vicariously through you.
It makes everything feel really, really good.
Okay.
Like, everything feels like it's magic. If I was on Molly right now, which I'm not. Right.
Would you be touching?
I would be like this. I would be like, oh my gosh, that feels so good.
Touching.
Like, it just feels, sensations all on your hands.
How long does it last?
Good 8 hours.
8 hours of that.
8 hours.
Not like, I heard about crack. It's only about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Then you want to get crack again.
Yeah.
That's the thing about these drugs. Yeah, they'll make you feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll make you feel real good. But it doesn't last, man.
No, the calm down was terrible. I mean, god awful. Puked a lot. That was the one and only time I done Molly.
Right.
I done shrooms, and I still don't have a problem with shrooms. I think shrooms should actually be completely legal.
I listen to Joe Rogan. He talks about it, smoking marijuana and taking shrooms.
I'm a huge weed supporter.
Sure. I never have. My mom offered me my first hit when I was 18.
Oh, wow.
And I said, no thanks, Mom. And there's my rebellion. I rebelled against my mom. Yeah. She's a child of the 60s. And then here, I'm a child of the 80s. So, when she did that, and I like the smell of it. I love the smell of it. I want it to be legal because then it'll be regulated. Yeah. Because, all right, liken it to prohibition. There were so many battles over alcohol because it was illegal. You had alcohol runners, bam, bam. Budweiser and Coors are fighting against each other, bam, bam. And as soon as alcohol was legal, the war is over. Let's have a beer. Yeah. So as soon as the war on drugs is over and it gets regulated, so where everybody's getting a good quality product, war's over.
Yeah.
Regulate it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Don't give me that marijuana that's laced with something else. No. Make sure that it's properly strained and please.
100%.
We're heading that way.
Yes, I hope to goodness.
It seems like the votes are coming. The marijuana will be legalized, and perhaps other substances will be legalized as well.
Yeah.
So, good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Came back, and met the girl that didn't work out, and then then I dated the heroin addict, and that was a totally just a mistake from the get go.
2013?
No, 2016, 2017.
Wow, this is very recent. Yeah.
She tried overdosing.
And all the while, are you still playing music at clubs, maybe,
No.
or trying with the band?
Not really.
My brother, my friend,
I was playing very, very little at that time,
and making money with the AT&T.
I was
How
still
long
with
were you
AT&T.
working AT&T?
I guess three and a half years.
That sounds like a good run,
3.5
man.
years.
That was
Yeah,
a good
it's
company. Come on, AT&T, give them a break, man.
Right. Well, she tried overdosing.
Oh, wow.
And thank God it didn't like anything happen to her. But then I'll never forget. Her friend called me. It was right after my grandma passed away. We just came back from Batesville. Like her funeral was that day. Didn't even get to have grief for my grandma. And this girl had the nerve to go get fentanyl and heroin, mix it together, and try to end it because I guess she wanted all that attention.
Yes.
So I didn't get to grieve for my own grandma because my own girlfriend.
Because you had to
at
deal
that
with
time,
this girl right here.
Yeah, I had to carry her lifeless body into the hospital.
What?
And the doctor told me, it's like, if she wasn't here in 20 seconds, she would have been gone. You literally saved this girl's life.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
You saved a life.
Yeah.
Did the girl get help?
She did. She hated me because I didn't let her,
Right.
end her life. I don't know where she is. I don't know what she's doing. But if she is listening, I hope you're alive. I hope you're well.
Yes.
Kind of thing. I had to obviously end it.
Yeah.
I mean, her father even told me, he's like, Josh, run.
Yeah, that's a relationship ending circumstance. But hey, at least you saved her. You got her through that situation a little bit. Hopefully she got some help. But
yeah.
Even her dad saying, run, Joshua, run.
And that's a pretty big sign when your own father says, run. But that pretty much takes you to where I'm in now.
Okay. So 2017, life changes a little bit.
Life changes.
You're done with AT&T?
I'm done with cheap girls.
Okay, all right.
I want girls to class now, kind of thing.
Yeah, you deserve it, man.
Yeah.
You run the gambit. Your 20s, man. You spent that falling down on your face and
exactly.
doing crazy things. Everybody does that in their 20s. I did it in my 20s.
Yeah.
So how old are you now?
I'm 34.
34 years old.
34.
Perfect time to know where your life should be heading, man. Find that path.
Well, whenever Josh, he was got a name from Tony McCoy. He still works at AT&T over here. I have to thank them.
Probably where I got my phone.
Probably, wouldn't doubt it.
The one, the one here in town on Oak Street.
The new one.
Oh, okay. No,
the new one by Sam's.
Okay, no, I didn't go to that one. I've been to the one on Oak Street, but
yeah.
Okay.
I had to thank them for them letting me go, but still like texting me and letting me know, hey, I just want to let you know that we love you and we want nothing but the best for you. We didn't want to let you go. Like, I want you to know you was a great employee.
Yes.
I really think that you should do music full time.
Yes.
And it put a smile on my face. Obviously, it's like, wow, is this really happening? So I struggled for about 2 months, and then around that time, there was a shooting in Florida.
Oh.
And
the big one with the club.
Yes.
The gate.
Yes. Also, this I didn't really talk about this. A lot of people know. Really, not many people know about this neither.
Please.
I had the mind of a shooter.
Okay.
As a kid, because I was bullied.
Yeah.
I actually took a gun to school. I wanted to kill all my bullies. Not anyone else. Not the good people. I just want to get rid of the scum in the world, you know. So I had a mind of a killer, so to speak. And that was around the time that I tried shooting myself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, I didn't really talk about that, but yeah.
No.
But while we're talking about the shooting in Florida, that was an LGBT thing.
Sure.
It was a gay club, that kind of stuff. And I got online, and like right around that time, I had lost my job. So I was like, you know what? This really sucks. I don't like how the nation is coming.
Yeah.
You know, so I got on there and I shared my heart with everybody. I was like, guys, I don't really have a job right now. I'm desperate. I'm not gonna lie to you. All I love in life is music. I don't really love anything else.
Yeah.
Like, that's my family, God, and music. That's it. And I'll never forget. It was my very first time doing Facebook Live.
Okay.
And I done "Fix You" by Coldplay.
Yes.
"Fix You"
Picked
Coldplay.
a good song.
"Fix You" Coldplay got around 5,000 views.
Yes.
Within probably a day and a half, probably.
Yeah.
And I got told, you should do this every day. So I started doing it every day. I did it for about 3 months. 3 months, didn't skip a day. Got on Facebook Live every day. When I wrote down "Fix You," I had so many people pour into me. It's like, hey, just want to let you know that you're a great singer. You should be doing this full time. Like, what can I do to help you get whatever I can? And then I had venues that were hitting me up. It's like, hey, really liked your "Fix You. Do you have any other songs?" I didn't have any songs at the time.
Yeah.
I told them that I was doing live every day. So I was getting gigs here and there.
Yes.
But I was doing the Facebook thing every day. I was very persistent. And then the more that I did it, the more I was getting gigs.
Yes.
It was like a trickling effect.
It's therapeutic for you. It's showcasing your talent, and thankfully, people that are running these clubs or club owners were getting in touch with you, man.
Yeah.
So a solo guitarist is great in the corner of a restaurant or a bar. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Adding a little flavor, adding that. And this is where are you going? What kind of clubs were you going to?
I was playing at Sticky's. I was playing at a few other places, not many other places at the time. But whenever I played at Sticky's, someone was there from another venue, and they wanted to book me. And then I went to that place, and then they talked to another place, and they talked to another place, and they talked to another place. It was like a trickling effect in Little Rock. And then, lo and behold, a year now, I used to do Uber and Lyft on the side. I don't even do anything else on the side.
I drove a yellow cab for about 3 months, but they fired me because I kept getting off early so I could do my karaoke shows.
There you go.
Same thing with AT&T on Friday nights.
Yeah, and then I guess the stars aligned. A year and a half, or I think it's about almost 2 years now. I am actually a professional musician.
Yes.
That's all I do is music.
Yes.
I don't have anything else. I don't have anything on my plate. I don't have to worry about making sales anymore. It is stressful. There's a lot of stress with music.
Right.
There's a whole lot of stress.
How's your health insurance?
Don't have any.
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
You know?
It sucks.
Did you incorporate yourself?
What do you mean?
Well,
LLC.
No, when I was DJing since '86, And in 2004, I quit all my jobs and said I wanted to be a full-time DJ. I incorporated myself. It's Keys Dan Enterprises Incorporated. Best decision.
Yeah.
Because, all right, I'm talking to you people that are listening. Incorporate yourself because there's so many tax shelters. Especially, well, in this administration, corporations have more rights sometimes than humans, you know? And they get treated like humans. So incorporate yourself. This way they can pay Joshua Stewart Incorporated, the entity, and not Joshua Stewart, the person.
Right.
Because there's much more tax breaks, you know? So there, a little bit of advice. And I think you can go to an accountant. It makes it a little bit easier. And it costs about $300. I know that's what it was in Florida. It might be less, it might be more, but it's totally worth it. Not LLC. I'm an actual small corporation.
Okay. Yeah. I already have that.
Oh, you are an
Yes,
S corp.
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
About a year ago. I went to the accountant and basically told him, it's like, hey, I have a business, so we need to get this rolling.
Who did you talk to for that?
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx, is that an accountant?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you did go to an accountant. Yeah, because I don't know if you can just go to an accountant or a bank.
He helped me. He helped me find out how to get it. It basically is an LLC, but it's a sole proprietor.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right, good. You're covered. You're protected.
Yeah.
They pay the company. They're not paying Joshua Stewart, the person.
Right.
They're paying the company, and you're putting that into a separate account.
Yep.
So good. Taking care of you, man.
Yes,
Taking care of yourself. You're doing it right.
But here I am. I'm trying to start Josh and the Fallout now.
Josh and the Fallout.
Mm-hmm. I was in a band called From Day One.
Yes.
For a while. We're kind of on a hiatus right now, but we're not going to come back as From Day One. We're going to come back as something else.
Okay. Now, what kind of music was that? Was that secular music or?
That was secular, just regular rock.
Have you ever been in a Christian band type thing?
When I was growing up, yeah. I would even say my brother, my friend, was on the verge of that because we talked a lot about God and that kind of stuff.
And you were the front man on that one?
My brother, my friend, and I was front man on From Day One, which From Day One I've got to open up for some crazy people I never thought I would be able to do. But with my brother, my friend, also, like my brother, my friend, we got to open up for Ex-Ambassadors, Young Guns, and that kind of style of music. Blue October, Royal Blood, that kind of style. But then when I got to From Day One, I've got to open up and hung out with and still talk to Small Empty Soul, Pop Evil, Scott Stapp from Creed. 10 years, we've shared the stage with 10 years 3 times. We've shared the stage with Small Empty Soul 4 times.
And this is all in Arkansas?
Sometimes in Arkansas, sometimes we played Rocklahoma this year and last year.
Okay.
So we've shared this stage with Stone Temple Pilots, The Perfect Circle, Under Oath, The Used, Seven Dust, The Cure. I mean, like people that I never thought I would ever.
Yeah. How do you feel, man? How'd you feel playing with those folks?
It's great. It's humbling, but that has really helped me as a person grow because in the world's view, I am that person that should have a big head. But I've made it very, very clear that this talent is not my own kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So anytime that I play. If anybody tells me that I'm talented, I'm like, thanks. I'm very shy about it because it's not mine. It's just borrowed. Yeah. And I can't say it, that I made this happen or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, like.
But it's giving you joy.
It's definitely giving me joy.
You're in front of all these people and they're all smiling, partially 100%. Because you're up there playing your guitar. Yeah. And who are the kids in the band? Who are you playing with these days?
Right now, I only have a bass player right now with Josh and the Fallout. And
he's the Fallout.
We're trying drummers out right now.
Okay.
But we have some huge shows going on coming up with Josh and the Fallout, and I play all the time, all over now.
As a solo guitarist.
Mm-hmm. Like tonight, I'm playing at JJ's.
Oh, excellent.
6 to 8, and then tomorrow I'm in Ozark at the Blind Hog, I think.
Okay.
And then Saturday I'm in Jonesboro.
Yeah, I'll put this up.
Not Jonesboro, but Hot Springs. And then next week I'm in all 3 days in Jonesboro. I'm on vacation in Jonesboro, basically.
Okay.
Like, that's the cool thing about being a musician now is that I don't really have a set place I have to be.
Right.
I can go anywhere and just book a show there, and that's my goal. My goal is to be able to travel not only in Arkansas. I want to get, to be honest, far away from this state. I don't like the state. Never have really liked it.
Well, it's got bad history for you. You know, bad feelings.
Yeah.
When I moved here from Miami, it was a real change, man.
Yeah.
I went from blue to green, and it's the people are generally you could find some good people everywhere.
I agree.
And if you've had some bad feelings here, yes, it's good to get out and spread your wings, especially if you want to be a touring musician.
Yeah.
And you're not attached to anybody now. So unattached, you don't have anybody you're not obligated to anyone but yourself. So you have to find 2 or 3 other guys that are just about in the same situation that you can go climb in a van and drive around the country, man, and go play, do what you love to do.
It's hard to find the other people.
Yes,
that's the thing.
Like, in your 30s, you're probably starting to think about a family, get married, settle down. And here you are. You know,
I'm not.
Maybe you'll find
not so much right now.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed life a lot more this last year than I have in my whole entire life.
And you got a place to live. You got an apartment in Conway, Arkansas, somewhere. Okay. And when you go to Jonesboro, where do you stay?
I have some friends that live up there.
Okay.
I've stayed in the Airbnb up there.
Yeah.
With the girl I'm talking to. Her name is Jamie. She lives in Hot Springs.
Oh, that's nice.
And she's a sweet girl. She's not on drugs.
Hey!
Yeah, that's a great thing.
We found one.
Finally. And it's going really well. She's been very supportive. She's a regional manager for Apple.
That's cool, man.
So cool things going
so
on.
There's Apple stores here in Arkansas? Oh,
no,
okay.
She's regional manager over Dallas, Tulsa, Arkansas. She just went to Miami for conferences.
But lives in Hot Springs.
Yeah, just lives in Hot Springs.
Okay, that sounds like a lot of traveling there.
But her passion is traveling too. So.
I can see that. Yeah. Regional manager of the whole Southeast.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's me and.
That's where you're at right now, man. And the immediate future for Joshua Stewart, putting the band together, and looking for a drummer. Producing songs.
Okay. Every 2 weeks, or 3 tops. I'm going to be releasing a song from the album Ghost.
Yeah, speaking of records, anything that's been produced, what was the first thing that you recorded and put out as a single, I guess?
Like me, myself doing all?
Yeah, people I guess they don't sell albums anymore. Now it's one at a time. You know, put it on Apple iTunes or Amazon, and
I've got like 7 or 8 songs on Spotify right now, but I mastered, mixed, done everything on the track Fallout.
You did it all yourself?
Everything.
In your room, your studio.
In my room, studio.
People with a computer, anyone that's got a computer. It's been for a while now. You pretty much have your own studio.
Yeah.
As long as you got the right ears, man.
Yeah. And I think I'm on 51 playlist with that one right now.
Yeah.
I think something like that. I'll actually look at it right now.
Yeah, he's checking his phone, see where he's at on the playlist.
Let me look here.
Still got an AT&T phone?
AT&T?
Still got some loyalty. I got AT&T myself.
So I'm on...
So this is an album called Fallout with how many songs on it?
Well, no, that's just a single.
Oh, this is the single Fallout, yeah.
Just a single. Trying to find that.
by Joshua Stewart under your own name.
Yes, sir.
So Joshua Stewart, Fallout. Look for that.
I'm on 54 playlists.
54 playlists. These are people that have grabbed your song and put it on their list because they said, hey, that song's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is really cool.
Yes.
That song has been out not even a month.
Out of the hundreds of thousands of millions of songs out there, you're on 54 people's playlist over the last month. Look for it. Everyone, look for it now. And look for you on Facebook with your Facebook Lives, man. You've been doing them pretty religiously. Yeah. Here, I go back to religion. Pretty religiously on the daily, and it's nice, man. I'll pop in and see what you're doing. Oh, check it out, man. All right. Yeah. You got some good music playing.
We actually had a really, really good discussion last night, and it was titled "Why I Don't Listen to Christian Music Anymore."
Okay. Please.
And
a little tidbit, a little taste.
Oh, man, it was really, really, really insightful. One of the guys from a band called Remedy Drive, which is a huge Christian band, got on my broadcast and actually talked to us about it, and it was very humbling because they gave us insight that we wouldn't have known.
Right.
And then I found out that this is a band that is combating sex trafficking and stuff like that. Like they've actually, it is a really cool thing. It's called Remedy Drive.
Remedy Drive.
For real. They're making movements in a good way. I think they had 354 people saved, like girls saved from sex trafficking. I think that they arrested 324. Yeah. 800. Right. 800 people were saved from sex trafficking, and they have an album called The North Star, and it is 100% about that.
Hey, people, if you think slavery in America is over, it's not. It's still happening.
Absolutely.
They're taking these girls from not just other countries, sometimes from here in America. Yeah. At young ages and making them do things that they don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. They had a video. I think it's called. I'll just look it up and give you guys this information too.
Yeah. Remedy Save, and. Yeah, Joshua Stewart. So, if you're listening and you think the sound's a little bit different, I think I mentioned in the beginning, we're at the Faulkner County Library. They were nice enough to lend me a room so I can sit and chit-chat with Joshua Stewart, Conway, Arkansas, and beyond, musician, and also frontman of a few bands as well, man, trying to get the band back together so he can go tour this fine country and beyond. Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's happy to go outside.
It's called Remedy Drive, and it's called The Story Behind the North Star.
Story Behind the North Star.
Yeah.
Remedy Drive. Look it up on YouTube. Yeah. Find out more.
It's about them trying to end sex slavery, which is really cool. It's something I can totally get back.
All right, man. Sounds like you're heading in the right direction. AT&T losing that job wasn't great. I'm sure it's kind of like, wow, what do I do now?
I mean, it's been a crazy wild ride. We got our first casino show.
What casino?
Oaklawn.
Oaklawn.
In Hot Springs. That's September 21st. We're playing 10 to 2. And then, the Florida show. And then we're going to be playing at South Boulevard September 28th. We got 2 other ones. I don't remember where.
Okay. Well, how do they find you online, Joshua Stewart?
Josh and the Fallout.
Josh and the Fallout is the best place to find you. Do you have a website or?
The best way is Instagram. It's Josh Stewart Music.
Yeah, a lot of people have been cutting down just to Instagram because they don't have all the drama of everything else, man. Yeah, exactly. It makes it a little more simple. I'm trying to simplify myself, and I don't put anything personal out there. You'll never know about wife, kids, brothers, sisters. It's all business. Where's my next karaoke show? And
100%.
It's coming up. Where's your next show? Coming up tonight, man. I'm going to put this online probably in the next hour or so, and people will know about the immediate future shows. Awesome. Joshua Stewart, Josh and the Fallout. Any last words?
From day one. I was kidding. From day everywhere. If if you like music, come support. And if you don't like me as a person, go support someone else. Always support local music, because it's taken me a long time to really realize and really grasp that all the bands that you listen to now, they started exactly where we are right now. They started from the bottom, and yeah, that's if you help local people, you never know what can come out of that.
That's a good way to end the show, Joshua Stewart. Thank you so much for being on the What Makes You Famous program.
Yes, sir.
There you have it, party people. As usual, as I've said it before and I'll say it again, everyone has a story. Everyone came from somewhere. Joshua Stewart, my man, you have a story. You've had some pain, you have some ups, you've had some downs. And through all that pain, ups and downs, life experiences, creativity. That's where your creativity comes from inside you, man. From the outside stuff that gets thrown at you, and you take it in, and it spills out as creativity. Solo guitarist, saxophone. Maybe you'll pick it up. Maybe you'll find that saxophone, add it to your repertoire. If you have a feeling that you could play any instrument that you pick up, I think you can. I think you can, man. You could do anything you want to do. And thankfully, you've gotten away from those crazy girls. Girls be crazy. Now, not all girls. I'm not saying all girls are crazy. You know, there was a thing that George Carlin said. I said, women are crazy and men are stupid. Women are crazy because men are stupid. That's it. That's what it is. I think I might be paraphrasing the late great George Carlin on that one. But yeah, Joshua Stewart, man. And you got your faith in God. It was solidified early on, really, with a great thing that could have been tragic, could have ended you right away. And thankfully, you came out, man. You came out of that. And you got your, you got your friends, you got your family that's still helping you out along the way. And yeah, being homeless, not cool, man. It's not a fun thing to do. You had your car, you had your job, but you still had no bed to put your head, no pillow to lay on for the most part. It's rough life, man. Rough life. I too have had similar, instances. I'm not going to say that I've had it as rough as you, man. I try to, I've worked hard just like you're working hard to get your music out there. And hey, ever forward in the future, man, with your new band. I'm so excited that you're putting another band together. You got a bassist now. You need a drummer, and look for them soon. They're coming out, man. Josh, the front man, and such a sweet guy, man. You're a sweetheart, dude. I'm so glad to know you. I'm so glad that you came on the podcast and told your story. You gave your heart, man, and I appreciate it, man. I felt it. I felt you when you were talking and just looking in your eyes. And I'm so glad that you were able to meet me over at the library and chit chat face to face. Those seem to be the podcasts that are the most heartfelt. I mean, I do appreciate the ones that are on the phone that are all over the world. I Skype some of the ones that are farther out off of North America. And I appreciate everyone that's been on this show, this podcast, the What Makes You Famous podcast. I had no idea that it was going to go the way it is going. And I'm so glad to have people like you, Joshua Stewart. Find him online everywhere. The man is talented. And if you have a club, if you have a little bar, a little restaurant that needs some entertainment, think that it could add some flavor, I encourage you. Call Joshua Stewart. Do it now. Do it. I'll wait. All right. That's it for this episode of What Makes You Famous. It's if you want to tell your story, I encourage you. Give me a call at 501-470-6386 or email info@radiowhat.com. That's it for this edition. What Makes You Famous? Keys Dan, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here. Yeah.
Radio What? The music you want. Hey guys, this is Shelly G with a fast fact. In 1961, the U.S. launched a male chimpanzee called Ham into space. Do you have a fast fact? Share it with us at Interactive Radio, RadioWhat.com.
Follow Keys Dan on Facebook and Twitter. Click on the links at the top of KeysDan.com. Follow Radio What on Facebook and Twitter. Click on the links at the top of RadioWhat.com. The music you want is on.